agitated now. Oh,
I got you, buddy.
He's gonna.
You'll be fine, Jeff. You're gonna go home.
Well. Tartar here. I did that thing where I messed up all the audio again. So this is going to be my attempt to dub over everything and kind of semi-commentate on what's going on. Anyway, I got Jeff and Jordan. We're in Conquest, Operation Firestorm. Typically right off the bat I like to get into some vehicle. Yeah, normally the tank is my strug suit, but this time around, you know what we're doing? We're gonna go ride a shotgun.
Oh my god, look at our two helicopters. I'd get the fuck out of that thing, dude.
Jordan was right.
Both the attack helicopter and your helicopter don't know what they're doing.
At this point, I'm scared for my life.
Godspeed.
So anyway, we tried doing a little bit of work against the enemy helicopter. See what anything and everything I possibly can, because why not? And I'm jumping because that guy, we were in a bad way. Not his fault. In the meantime, I'm gonna push over here to Alpha.
Where are you going?
Try to prevent them from doing anything, you know.
I'm just sprinting with my defibs out.
So as you can see, I got Alpha contested, and then I start taking it over. I'm trying to hide without, you know, at least try to take the objective without letting everybody know that I'm there. Try to, I don't know, hide my presence, even though there's, you know, a big thing on the screen that says I'm there. And be a little bit of a menace. Prevent them however I can, and be a point to where my team can spawn in and do something about it. Eventually these guys are crawling out like little ants, but can't really take a shot without identifying myself. Finally one comes along, and now he's gone. Another one comes along, and he's gone. And you'll notice I'm sitting here with the M27 IER on single shot, doing the thing. Jordan says he's coming over with one of the blueberries, and that's pretty neat.
Stubbs just smoked somebody.
This little peeking hole through the roof that for some reason exists allows me to kind of knock back a squad or two during this whole duration. Just gonna keep eyeing this little keyhole here, this little notch. Here they come. Just doing what I can. Being the guy doing stuff. Really wish I would have killed that first guy. Would have saved Jordan here. And then I also should have reloaded sooner because, well, yeah, that happened. So, he gone. Now everyone's gone. We're just gonna hang out. Sit back, relax, and watch the stuff. Saw the helicopter coming flying through, and I wanted him gone.
Contact! Enemy helo!
I didn't really do too much to him. Lo and behold, an attack helicopter. Drawing his attention by shooting at him definitely doesn't go wrong for me at all at any point within the next 15 seconds.
Oh my god, he blew up the cooling towers.
Like I said, everything's fine.
Oh god, he got me again.
That was a lie. So, I respawn and bingo bango bongo. Time to hop into Blackhawk. There's one thing Blackhawks are good for in this game, and it is throwing them at other vehicles. So, as you can see, here we go. And I missed. I broke my legs. Worth it. So I respawned in an LAV with some blueberry, just doing the stuff. Yeah, he stopped in a kind of wild position where I couldn't really do too much to anybody. But knowing that there's a tank out in the area.
Contact! Enemy tank!
We are attacking objective Delta.
As you'll see here, there's not really too much I can do from the turret here without there being some guy walking around. Can't really help out with the tank at all. I'm a support main. And
I'm in the helicopter.
Or so I only use the IAR. I'll heal you. I'll get you ammo. But boy, I ain't doing nothing against any armor at all. You know, something that I am known for, especially amidst the chaos, is whipping out my hammer and just going smacking turrets, you know? I mean, I did nothing, but I'm gonna say that was mine, dog. Kill a rando, save a blueberry. You ain't getting that from engineers, dog. Back at the LAV, helping out the team. Eventually, I think we end up moving over here on the sea. You know. Gotta hang back. Do a little bit of everything, a little bit of nothing. Do some damage on these guys. I'm gonna go hunt this guy down. 'Cause I got nothing else better to do. And we're running, and we're running, and we're running. Getting up them stairs. Bingo, bango, bongo. There he is. He gone.
Delta?
At this time, Jeff and George are pushing out the Delta, allegedly. And I'm just trying to survive. All out by myself.
Contact! Hostile troops sighted!
And one enemy, do what I can against him. Trying to avoid getting sniped, jumping off the buildings. It's 2 stories, pull a shoot, why not? My friend still haven't showed up to Delta, by the way. They go out there doing something. Not with me, though. Tried getting a little frosty hopping on this here tow missile. And, I didn't do anything. It dropped too quick. Start getting sniped. Wanna hide behind this, this convenient little wall. See what it could do for me. It comes in kinda clutch later and helps me, get through some stuff. It's an emotional support wall. That's how I would define it. Well, now that I've got you here, don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, now that I've kind of stuck with me in this mediocre content, do the thing. Help a brother out.
Enemy in sight!
See a guy, shoot a guy, you know? I'm just gonna hold down Delta for as long as I can, being, I don't have anything. I don't got friends over here. I don't have vehicles over here. I got a sick-ass little tow missile over here. Nothing's about to happen, especially not to any special worldly bird. Anyway. You'll see what I mean. I'll tell you. When does it happen? Ooh, you see that little guy? The little feller? Yeah. I wouldn't worry about that little feller.
Hell yeah.
Absolute cinema. But then that crack of the sniper, that got me scared. Backed by emotional support wall, and just hiding away from the carnage. I was really hoping for the tank to spawn this whole time.
There's a guy on top of that
Didn't
mountain
happen
sniping.
at all.
Where?
Enemy tank
Tank starts
spotted!
rolling in, and again, I am no help here to anybody if I'm dead.
On the
So
mountain.
I'm just ducking away. I actively sat here for so long
I'm here.
that even I had to cut out so much shenanigans.
I think it's pissed.
Ah. So angry.
Anyway,
One of these stay hidden.
came to find out that Jeff had rejoined the game because he got kicked from the game prior, and it took him that long to get in. We had to join him, so I did that in the meantime.
Fuck.
But now you can see we're still stuck here on Delta. We got a tank working against us. Jeff and Jordan, or Jordan stayed
Oh
up.
my
Jeff
gosh.
decided to jump down. That was a wild
Let me
decision.
slide.
And he's complaining about sliding. I mean, the least he could have done was like stayed with us on the objective to contest it, so that way we can maybe, you know, by the end of it, get a full neutralize or something. We need to do something.
America. Fuck yeah.
Got an enemy Dorito there.
Coming to save the motherfucking day, yeah. America. Fuck yeah.
So while Jeff's sitting there singing, I'm having the time of my life just calculating, waiting for these guys to walk up the stairs and do anything and everything I can. But again, we don't have enough people to really counteract Delta for some time until, I mean, the whole team just drops on it, feels like. And we started having a good time, and I guess not.
Just help take C. I'm on my way to B now.
Well, and against my better judgment, I decided to
A lot of guys on B.
hop into a truck and get moving over to Bravo. Saw this guy over here. I'm gonna try running him over. I completely missed, but I did clap him a couple times, going single shot. So I started working these guys, and I'm sniped.
I'm coming to get you.
So Jordan starts making his way over to help me out. We're gonna eventually push Bravo as hard as we can. I get up, I see that
Still shooting
sniper,
at us?
and I'm dead. So I make a good run.
Grab what
Oh,
you can.
Jesus.
Jordan ends up getting me again after another little instant there that was edited through.
I don't know where we're getting sniped from.
But we start pushing Alpha because
I
that
see.
seems like a good idea. Notice that a red laser.
Yeah.
I guess they're glassing us from up on the mountain, which is kind of ridiculous.
Oh, that was from 400 meters
Yeah.
away.
A
Yeah,
little bit of
there's-
foreshadowing that was there.
There's somebody out on the mountain too.
But oh my god, how accurate must they be in leading their targets from 400 meters out?
Fuck.
It's kind of insane. So we're just gonna push over here and assault A.
Yeah.
Definitely not gonna
In
have
the
any
building.
problems. And I'm good. That is such an accurate shot. It's incredible. That man deserves a medal.
Coming.
So Jordan comes and gets me because he's a good Samaritan. He'll help out a brother. I almost got caught again by the same thing. We just heard that go back over. So I make a really, really poor decision here, and I see this ladder, and I'm like, I want the high ground. Yeah, Mannequin didn't have it either. So now we're here in a truck, back on Delta because the push for Alpha and Bravo kind of failed. I guess for Alpha. And I'm dead.
Holy shit.
There's a crazy pilot in this helicopter who made it his mission to just mess with me and Jordan here. We have an emotional support wall right behind us that keeps us safe for a second.
God, our fucking Heidi wall, dude. Oh.
But that didn't last long. And we're both dead.
Ah, God damn it, dude. That's kind of terrifying.
So, in the long run, I normally end up popping out Echo, and we do armor work. So, I thought I'd spawn out here. Immediately got the one guy slipping, got some AT mines, no big deal. You see, it's 1 to 3, I'm contested, so this is gonna work really well for me right around here. I got caught. I'm a dingus. Checking scoreboard
Damn.
because 16, 6, and 6. Jordan comes and gets me though. Because, he's helpful. Actually, it was
Yeah.
a blueberry. Blueberry got me. But we saw that tank over there, and I was complaining about how
Wait,
these
is
guys
he
left
still
this tank.
alive? Because I have my engineer.
So here we go. This
I'm
is our
coming.
chance. This is our time to shine. Line of this helicopter. Easy shot. Completely fucking miss it. It's crazy. Get another
No,
shot on him.
I'm almost out of gas.
Missed him
Stay
as well.
alive.
We get RPG.
Damn it.
So that's Battlefield 6, ladies and gentlemen. I get got, but my friend gets me. I was gonna hop in this AA gun, but he selfishly did.
Oh,
So I was kind of upset by that. I don't let it show. Again, I'm a support guy. There is nothing I could do against this tank here that ends with me winning. So I figured I'd give it a shot. I was just gonna wait for him to swing by just a tad closer, because you know what I got? This burly little hammer. So here we go. Let's go get him. Got him.
oh my god.
Too easy. Scared him into submission, you know? So here we go. We're just gonna run across the desert with a hammer. Truck comes over the hill. He jumps out, like we all do. Beat him. Easy peasy lemon zesty. And we start making that push for Delta.
What you can carry.
So this tank came in at the perfect time. And then this view probably looks familiar because this is exactly what I was doing 5 minutes ago. Just pushing Delta to really get that tank at the end of the day. Blueberry's driving, we're doing stuff. I'm shooting at mines.
What's up, buddy?
You wanna land? I'll pick you up and I'll
Oh yeah,
blow
don't
ya.
forget to like and subscribe. That whole thing. Look at that little thing on the screen. It's adorable.
With the cat.
But we start pushing to the top of Delta because we don't want them to have this at all. An extra piece of armor goes a long way on this map, especially since we haven't cared to play armor this whole time. That AA gun, way too accurate. When I use it, I get clapped. Like, I don't do anything to anybody. And I got kind of like that. Boom, sniped. And you know what? I guess my
might
better
not be a
judgment.
good idea.
I hopped in a helicopter with Jeff.
Jump in.
So here we are,
Okay.
doing this stuff. He's hot and bothered, and he's flying in low. We're gonna get Alpha. At least that's what we think is gonna happen.
You got
try
it.
getting out.
Fuck.
But here we go.
Everybody get down.
There's no way anything goes wrong for Jeff.
We're spinning.
Everything's going wrong.
Fully inverted.
He's in.
There's 3 of our 2 tanks.
And he gone. So,
Enemy contact in my
yeah,
AO!
now I'm stuck on A by myself.
I would never lie to my crew. We're gonna do it again.
Can we just point out how crazy it is that I'm getting hit the way that I am for people who can't see me? Because, oh my god.
Contact! Enemy machine gun!
So we go, I'm taking pot shots on these guys down on Bravo. And it's going well, but it ain't going well. I feel like I should have been hitting these guys left and right. Finally get one, and that's kind of crazy. Like, I finally got him when I felt like I really shouldn't have gotten him, and vice versa.
Okay.
So we're gonna go down here and go push some Bravo.
We are attacking objective Bravo. The enemy has secured more objectives. Let's rally and counter.
Grab what you can!
Just one guy out.
You know, key thing about the objectives, just keep moving on them, you know? Nobody can get you, especially if there's nobody there. But if you're moving, yeah man, you'll be fine. Jeff comes in hot. It's kind of crazy like that. It's a very Jeff thing to do. We hop in a truck. Not sure about everybody else,
Got you, bitch.
but whenever I'm in a truck, I always manage to hit the one Jersey barrier that's in my way, even though I did everything I could to avoid it. Right into it. So we decided we're gonna go push Charlie because that's easy. I guess Jordan gets got in here. It's kind of lame. So we get the guy, we get Jordan back up.
Nice.
Defibs actually worked for once, which is kind of astonishing because nothing has worked at all the whole hour before this. We end up getting Charlie.
FA, get in. FA, get in.
I missed it. Fine.
And for that point, we're deciding we're gonna push back up to Bravo. We gotta get the hell out of there because Jet. And there's some random guy here. Oh, flying Dorito on our screen. Anyway, we get him. He gone. And
For Delta?
we're deciding that yeah, Delta makes the most sense.
Actually, I'm engineer now, so I hope that can help us with tanks that try and clap us. There's one sitting on it now, actually.
Cool. Help with the tank
Two.
right
There's
now.
two of them.
Watch this.
Spotted enemy vehicle!
Ready? Allah. Allah.
Jeff starts going down some tangent.
Allah. Allah. Four.
He gone.
Got one. Allah. Allah.
And that truck just rolled up, popped on the 50 cal, and just started wrecking.
Oh, fuck.
They're gonna kill me. It's taking so long.
But we found we could just hide behind this little AC duct and never have an issue. Also, I should have killed that guy. That's kind of ridiculous.
Grab what you can!
Yeah, dude.
So anyway, we decided to sit here for a little while. That guy just got. I saw this little
What's up,
guy
my dude?
kind of chilling back here. We took him out. Jeff spawned on us, and we're gonna go push this objective.
I
Or
hit
so I
the dude
thought.
on top of the mountain for 20.
This other one guy there.
Oh my god. Ah,
Oh,
they broke
They
it.
broke it.
Anyway, we'll start moving forward because Bravo's gonna be an easy thing with this one guy. What the hell happened?
They broke the AC unit.
Apparently, Jeff thinks because the AC unit broke. That makes sense why I fell back. Yep, I'm the
Well,
internet.
The AC unit exploded in your face, so.
Casual Battlefield 6 gameplay where there's an enemy helicopter just crashed into the
Going with
ground.
Aaron.
Got him.
Yeah, look at that guy and, you know,
Hell yeah.
he can scout. I'll make an off-color comment.
Fucking Charlie Kirk.
He runs with the joke. This whole thing.
Oh no.
We had some good laughs. So I just kept running. Hit this guy who was like floating like a little wizard. So I started getting sniped at, and I am close to death. So drop down a med pack, you know. Get a friend. They spawn on me.
Trouble with you.
We're just hanging out, doing the thing. Why not?
The attack helicopter's coming in.
Absolutely
He's
nothing go
pissed.
wrong. Anyway, this helicopter wrecks our life. Jordan gets up. He doesn't know how bad it
Oh,
is.
God.
I look get up.
Coming up on you.
I don't know how bad it is. We got
Body.
something fierce. There it is.
No.
Well, anyway, that was
Yes,
a
Tom.
bit of a last-ditch effort. We hop in the tank back at the deployment. Completely forgot that we were losing pretty badly, so I just started loading on these guys, and I'm finding that I'm just getting suppression after suppression after suppression. First time in a long
to get
time
300 of those, huh?
that I've been able to hop into a tank. Jeff makes a reference about needing 300 suppression, so when the game first came out, using light machine guns to do anything to get the to level them up, you need 300 suppressions. And now it's just I think you just need 10 of them. And you just get the thing, just a hammer down. Anyway, we end up losing here. We push on to Charlie. Next kind of beans. Finally get some armor. Whenever I hop into Operation Firestorm, man, I'm always in the tank. We normally roll in deep as a squad. And we'll have everyone on the one tank, focusing fire on anything and everything.
That was terrible.
But yeah, Jeff and George didn't have too much fun. I had some fun. Had a moment or two.
There's a
But it was late.
We almost turned the
12:21.
off.
I got a call,
Yeah,
dude.
we played for about an hour, and then they were done so. And then the game just kicked me. Anyway, Battlefield 6 in a nutshell. I messed up my audio. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Love you. Bye.
I got you, buddy.
He's gonna
You'll be fine, Jeff. You're gonna go home.